My name is Ahja King, and I'm here along with the Deschutes Public Library to teach you how to make a really lovely summer salad. So welcome to my kitchen. Let's get started. This salad is really fun. It's a mix of all these really big, bold flavors that come together and pair really nicely. This is a roasted beet and arugula salad, and we're gonna make a charred citrus vinaigrette to go on top. And it's really easy, I promise. It sounds kind of complicated and kind of like hard. It's not at all. It's super easy. The first thing we're gonna do is we are gonna grab our beets and get started. 2 secs. Okay, here they are. We got these beets. They have the tops on them. These are the kind you get at the farmer's market, Fred Meyer's, a lot of places just have them. Here's a nice clue, like one thing to do. When you're looking for a beet, you look at the greens. The greens should be like really kind of crisp and fresh. They shouldn't be wilted. See, these are just starting to kind of wilt. I got these yesterday and you can tell. The first thing you're gonna wanna do when you get these home, even if you're not gonna use your beets that day, is take the greens off. The beet is the root part of this plant. And so the plant really just wants to make leaves and make seeds and make more beets. So this root is like where all the sugars and the starches and all the things are stored in order to make this plant grow. When you pull this beet up, this plant kind of goes, oh no, I didn't get to make seeds. I need to keep going. And so this root starts pumping all of its goodness back up into the leaves to keep the leaves viable. And that's not what you want. You want these roots to be where all the sugars and all the good stuff stays. So cut the greens off quickly when you get them home. I know they're super pretty, but one thing, don't throw these out. Chop these up, saute them with a little bit of onion, a little bit of garlic. They're a really good side dish. Salt, pepper, super simple, super easy. You can even take these stalks and kind of chop them up and add them to hummus and make like this beautiful red beet hummus. It's awesome. Don't throw these away. Okay. When you get your beets home, if they're dirty, give them a wash. These have been washed, so they're fine. I'm gonna take this little end off. I don't know, this always reminds me of like a little rat tail. I don't know, it kind of grosses me out. I don't like this part, so I get rid of it. Then you've got your lovely beets, and you're gonna put them in a bowl, throw a little bit of olive oil on top, mix it up, just kind of get them in there. You're gonna take some aluminum foil, pour your beets right on top. Then you're gonna create a package for these beets that seals in all the steam, the moisture. You don't want any of that to escape. So we're gonna make like this little package and we're gonna really crimp it down good. There we go. There's your little package of beets. Take this, you can either put it on your barbecue. You're gonna want your barbecue to be, oh my gosh, like 350, 400. You don't want it to be this searing, hot, scalding barbecue because these have to cook for a while. Maybe about an hour. These are smaller. If you have bigger ones, it might take longer. You can also cook these in your oven at any point in time if you want to, because they do take so long. If you don't want to heat your oven up in the summer, toss these on your barbecue, but make sure you're not at a searing, hot heat. You want to keep the heat around 350, 400 because you want these to bake. You don't really want them to char or burn, and they can burn, so kind of keep an eye on them. So we're gonna just pop these into the barbecue and I'm gonna show you how to make the rest of the ingredients for this lovely salad. Okay, so while our beets are cooking, we are gonna make the dressing. This is a vinaigrette that you make with, it's basically just citrus fruit. We've got some olive oil, a little bit of parsley, a little bit of white wine vinegar, and about a half of a shallot. Now, look at these. I mean, look at those, aren't they beautiful? You take these, your citrus fruit, you cut them in half, and you just put them on the grill until they get kind of grilled and dark, and they soak in all this sort of like smoky goodness. So you've got like the sweet and the tangy tart and the smoky, and it makes such an amazing vinaigrette. Now, here is a little sidebar. If you want to make the best margarita you've ever had, slice in half some lemons, some oranges, and some limes. Grill them, juice them, add a little tequila. Oh my gosh, best margarita you've ever had. Your friends will think you're a genius. But today we're gonna make vinaigrettes. So we're gonna take the citrus and we're gonna juice it. If you like the zest it before you barbecue it, because once you kind of cut them and do this, it kind of gets soft and it's just harder to zest. I have my little juicer. I have a little strainer to catch the seeds. If you don't have one of these, don't worry about it. Just use a little spoon, flick them out. It's no big deal. So I'm gonna zest this up into a bowl because it just makes it easier to zest it into a bowl. All right, this goes in. There's so many other things you can do with grilled citrus. It's great with seafood. It's great with, you know, if you want to make like a marinade out of this dressing, go for it. It's so delicious. You just take your seafood, shrimp, scallops, whatever, marinate them in this dressing, then grill it. So good. See, already this little strainer is just not even working. So I'm not gonna worry about it. We're gonna just do our best. And if we get a seed in there, I'm gonna pick it out because that's just what you do. All right, all of these, zest them down. Ah, that's so much juice. One thing too about barbecuing them or grilling them or getting them hot is they release so much more juice than if they're just not warmed up at all. Not really sure why. I think maybe the heat breaks down the cells of the, I don't know. If you know, you're smarter than me. All right, this is just gonna go in the sink. We are gonna take this juice and we're gonna get a mason jar. You can use any jar you want. If you have like a recycled jar or whatever, just make sure the lid fits on tightly because you don't want to shake it and have it all go all over the place. So most of these seeds, get that juice in there because we like, the juice is really good. All right, so I'm gonna just do this. And like I said, just kind of get those seeds out of there. You don't want seeds. So we're gonna take the seeds out. Seeds, all right, good stuff. Pour this into your mason jar. Oops, a seed got in, oh well. So there's your juice. You're gonna take about a tablespoon and a half of white wine vinegar. You can use sherry vinegar, you can use apple cider vinegar, but you wanna keep your vinegar kind of light. You're just adding a little bit of a zest to this dressing. You don't want it to overpower. So I would probably stay away from balsamic, but if you love balsamic, you do you. Throw balsamic. If that makes you happy, do it. There it goes. We're gonna just pour our oil right in there. It's about 3/4 of a cup. We're gonna throw in our half of a shallot that's been really finely chopped. Get in there. Parsley, chopped up nicely. This is fresh parsley. The fresher the better. Parsley keeps really well if you cut like you buy it in the store, cut the bottoms off, stick it in a glass with some water and just throw it in your fridge. It lasts for so long. All right, we're gonna actually just salt and pepper this right now. And here's the fun, watch this. You don't have to worry about like emulsifying and making the right ratio, all this stuff. We're just gonna shake. Done, done, done. That's the best. I love that about this dressing. It's so simple, so easy. You're done. Now, you can do riffs on this dressing. You can do what's a good one? Like lemon and thyme. Grill the lemon, throw some thyme instead of parsley. Really good. Grapefruit. Sounds funny, but like grapefruit in here is amazing. That little bit of bitterness added to it. So riff on this, make this yours. Do what you want to do with this because this is your dressing right here. That's all you. Okay, now we've got our dressing, we've got our beets are cooking, and then through the magic of video, look, our beets are done. Not really, I did these earlier. So they're done when you can stick a fork in them really easily. They get kind of wrinkly. That's the skin. You notice I did not peel those beets. Don't need to. The skin just falls right off. Now, suggestion, wear gloves. Otherwise, your fingers are gonna be so stained, but I don't have any gloves. So I'm just gonna be okay with stained fingers. So this is what you do. Once they're cool enough to handle, it literally just, they slide right out. Look at that. They just pop. It couldn't be easier. It's so much harder to peel these than it is to just slide them out. So simple. Your cutting board is gonna get stained. Everything's gonna get stained. Beets, they just do that. You have to just kind of either cut on something that you don't mind if it gets stained, or just like, I don't know, get over it a little bit. Like, it's just beets. It's no big deal. It's pretty, right? So I love beets. You'll notice that I only have on the recipe like 4 or 5 beets. I do more because I love them and I put more on them. And so when I'm making these, I make a lot. So I think I have 7 in here. I probably won't put 7 on this salad, but I might, because it's my salad. I can do what I want, right? That's the great thing about this kind of stuff. You just pick the stuff you like and go for it. All right, so I'm gonna do 5, and they're kind of small. If you have really big beets, you can maybe do 3, but I'm gonna do 5. And these other guys, I'm just gonna save for later, and I promise you they will get eaten. Okay, you are gonna move over here. Oh, I gotta show you something. So this seems like a lot, and it is. It's kind of a process, right? Look what I found. You just go to the store and buy this. Like, you don't have to roast them. You don't have to do all this stuff if you don't want to. You just buy them. They're already peeled. They're roasted. They're ready to use. They're good to go. No red fingies. It's all good. If you're in a hurry and you really are craving the salad, do this. So much simpler. But still roast or grill your citrus, because that really is a flavor punch that you want. Okay, we're gonna slice up our beets. And I'm just gonna slice them like into 8s. Really just, you can slice them in like rounds if you want. You can dice them up if you want to dice them and make them kind of smaller. This is an all play. This is, you do what you want to do with this, however you feel. I'm gonna slice these guys up, and then we're gonna talk about the rest of our salad. So we're gonna just give them a slice. So the salad is actually only a few ingredients, but the ingredients are great, and they work really well together. One of the things we're going to be using in this salad are pine nuts. Now pine nuts, they're kind of bland as is. The key to pine nuts is you want to toast them. Toasting them brings out this just nutty, buttery goodness to them, but you don't want to burn them. A burnt pine nut is the worst. Burnt nuts in general are the worst, so don't burn these. Like, I think the takeaway of the day, don't burn your beets on the grill, don't burn your citrus fruits on the grill, don't burn your nuts. Don't burn them. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna get a hot pan, you're gonna pop these into a hot pan, and you're gonna just really watch them. Don't take your eyes off of them. They go from basically bland and kind of naked to toasted to burnt really fast. So you wanna keep an eyeball on these guys. Don't get distracted. All right, so I'm gonna toast them up, and I'm gonna kind of show you how that process is done. Okay, we're gonna get this pan hot. I'm gonna keep slicing these lovely beets. I'm gonna take these beets, you're gonna go into this bowl. Like so. Get those in there. We are gonna take a little bit of this dressing, give it a shake. All right, I'm I'm gonna dress these just a little bit, maybe 2 tablespoons, right? Take about half the rest, put it on your arugula. I have a big mass of arugula here. We're gonna pre-dress these. So I'm gonna just pour some on there, a little bit. And I use my hands when I dress salad. I know, they're clean. Give it a toss. I think it's a lot gentler and you don't end up bruising the greens. Now, arugula is really pungent. That has that real peppery bite to it. If that's not your fave, get baby lettuces. There's all kinds of fun stuff out there now. Baby kale, that totally works in here. So we're gonna take this arugula and I'm going to pop it onto my platter like that. Just pour it on there. Dude, get it all on there. Spread that out. Lovely, lovely, lovely. That's so good. Okay. To the sink. Take these beets. We pre-dress them a little bit. Let's put them, we're gonna just do this, watch. We're gonna just kind of scatter them on there a little bit. Look at that, it's already just gorgeous. Dude, come on, a little more. Okay. Yeah, our pan is really hot. We're gonna toast up those nuts. We're gonna get those in there. This is about 1/4 of a cup of nuts. Just about. You wanna keep them moving. Keep them moving. Don't let them stop. You can shake the pan, you can use a stir stick, you can do whatever you need to do, but keep them moving. Don't let them burn. And this takes a minute, maybe, or so. And I think, like I said, if pine nuts aren't your jam, use, I don't know, almonds. Toast them up. Use cashews, but toast them up. You can use pistachios, but toast them up. Give them a toast. Toasting the nuts really brings out their flavor. It makes them so much better. All right, we are gonna just give it a few more minutes. Now, when I say toasting, you want it to just start to have a little color. These are gonna continue to toast after you take them off the heat. So you wanna get just the start of a little bit of color. Like it's just barely going here. And then get them off, because burnt nuts are the worst. So these are just now, I don't know if you can see from there, but they're just now starting to kind of get a little bit brown, a little bit toasty. What you don't want to do is then leave them in this pan and set this aside, because they'll continue to cook and they'll burn. You don't want to burn them. Take every precaution not to burn them. Now, you can do this ahead of time. You can do like all of this ahead of time and then put it all together right before, you're gonna have dinner. But I am gonna just take these, and I know they're hot, but you know what? We're just gonna do this, and that's good. That's all fine. Check it out. Boop, boop. That's already looking good. Literally the last thing we're gonna do, this is goat cheese. I've already crumbled it. It's about 1/2 cup. We're just gonna plop these guys on like this. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. The beets have like that earthy kind of robustness to them, and then we've got the lovely greens that are all peppery and spicy, and you've got the nuts and they're toasted, and this is just this sort of tangy goat cheese. And then that salad dressing with that smoky citrus, all together, it's incredible. Oh, let's do this. I'm gonna do a little bit of pepper on top, because that's what I like. I'm gonna give it a little salt, just like so. Done. Look at this. Look at this. This is gorgeous. All of these flavors together. And just the smell, like I can smell the beets, I can smell the toasted nuts. All of this is just amazing. And you're gonna love this. Just take a little, some of each. This is so good. This is gonna become a staple of your summertime kitchen. The great thing is, all these ingredients are available year round. You can get them all the time. So this can be a winter salad. This can be a summer salad that you make on your barbecue. This can be fall salad, anything you want. Enjoy.